As-salaam, wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. This is year 7 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a transcript can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 83, Al-Mutaffifin, or the dealers in fraud, verses 1 through 17. These verses talk of those who defraud others, and the punishments they will incur. Tafseer for this selection concerns the word fraud and its explanation in verses 1 through 3. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Woe to those who deal in fraud, who, when they take by measure from men, take the full measure, but when they give by measure or by weight to others, they give less than due. Do they not think that they will be raised to life again on a mighty day, a day when all mankind will stand before the Lord of the worlds? Indeed not. The record of the wicked is in Sijin, or a prison register. What will then explain to you what the Sijin is? This is a written book of hell. Woe on that day to the disbelievers, who deny the day of judgment. None denies it except the sinful transgressor, who, when our revelations are recited to him, says, "These are the tales of the ancient peoples." Of course not. In fact, their misdeeds have caused a covering over their hearts. Indeed, on that day, they shall be debarred from the vision of their Lord. Then they shall be made to enter hell and told, "This is what you used to deny." Ameen. Now concerning the word fraud and its explanation in verses 1 through 3. Quote, fraud must here be taken in the widely general sense. It covers giving short measure or short weight, but it covers much more than that. The next 2 verses make it clear that it is the spirit of injustice that is condemned, giving too little and asking too much. This may be shown in commercial dealings, where a man exacts a higher standard in his own favor than he is willing to be conceded as against him. In domestic or social matters, an individual or group may ask for honor or respect or services which he or they are not willing to give on their side in similar circumstances. It is worse than one-sided selfishness, for it is double injustice. But it is worst of all in religion or spiritual life. With what face can a man ask for mercy or love from Allah when he is unwilling to give it to his fellow men? In one aspect, this is a statement of the golden rule: do as you would be done by. But it is more completely expressed. You must give in full what is due from you, whether you expect or wish to receive full consideration from the other side or not. Unquote. Thank you. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.